Good. Most guys got, somewhere between 35 and 55. So it was a good run. Pretty equal between the ones and twos. And we learned a lot about a lot of guys. It's the first scrimmage. And, we should learn a lot from last week to this week. Some guys played really hard. Some guys played really well. Stan Dobard really did a nice job. Dallas Crawford just keeps getting better. Artie Burns. Gus Edwards, played hard and has been getting better. Walter Tucker, Damari Jones. So I thought we made a lot of progress in certain areas, and I think there's a lot of other areas that we better see that jump here this week.
We're obviously more than halfway through spring.
Yeah.
You had your first scrimmage over the weekend. Or would you see from the energy from guys, maybe limping around a little bit today?
Not where we want it to be, And again, I don't know if it's fair to say guys were limping around today. We had some guys that have nicks. I mean, that's part of the deal. I think a lot of guys worked hard today. It was kind of sneaky hot out here, but I thought they pushed through it, and I think we'll get a lot from this. Now we have 3 days to prepare basically before the scrimmage, and obviously it will be cool Friday night, and we need to have a good one. We have to have a good run at it.
Can you assess the state of the quarterback position after your first scrimmage?
I think it's just what I've been saying. Kevin's getting better. Gray Crow keeps working. He's working. He's chasing Kevin. Kevin's getting better, and Ryan is ahead of those guys right now. So that status hasn't really changed. Ryan's doing a good job holding them off, and but certainly Kevin made some throws and made some plays, and even today I thought he got better today, which is good.
How about the leadership of Ryan?
Yeah, we got to keep pushing him to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We're going to keep doing that, and we're getting more leadership on defense right now than we're getting on offense, which is the first time in a while. So we need Eric Flowers and John Feliciano and Clive and Duke, along with Ryan and Kevin. We need guys like that to step up. There's other guys I'm missing there, certainly. We need Philip Dorsett and Stacy Coley and those guys to lead. But on defense, we're getting more leadership right now, and hopefully both of them will be better by Friday.
Coach, how do you develop leadership? Is that something, how much is it innate in the player, and how much is it something you can really
I think
work?
a lot of it obviously is innate, but the way you develop it is to continue to give them, tasks, missions, if you will, and give them an opportunity to set the standard, hold each other accountable, communicate, and then assess, how that task went, or how that mission went, or how that project went. So we'll continue to do that. It's a big part of it, certainly in college football. I know on the next level, motivation is a big factor of it, but so is losing your job or not getting paid. So I think on this level, I think the guys are, it's still about teamwork and unity and leadership. And being a great teammate, and we're making progress there, but we got a long way to go.
After the scrimmage, Feliciano Williams said the offensive line was really physical, but there were some penalties. Is that what you saw too?
Yeah, it's a pretty good assessment. There was a couple of penalties that that had hurt us, unforced errors, if you will. And there's enough time when it's really hard to block the other guy. When it's a corner fire or a safety, blitz or some kind of crazy inside dog. That's all difficult, and when you help them by having, I think, 6 penalties on offense or 7 penalties on offense, and a lot of them were line of scrimmage. We killed 2 drives because of that. So they're right on, and I think it was better today, and it's going to have to get better as the week goes on.
I just want to know if you had to pinpoint more dominant offense or defense generally during the scrimmage.
It was close. It was probably about as close as I've seen since I've been here, to be honest with you. It really was. It was close, so there's no question about it. Like I said, we spent 2 hours yesterday on it, corrected some mistakes, came out here today, and hopefully, when we look at the film, we would have corrected those things on the field.
Obviously, Stacy Herb and Phillip are going to be relied on heavily. But what have you seen out of the guys that are kind of on the pushing them?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, like I said, I've been saying it. Stacy's setting the tone right there, and we need everybody else to catch him right now. We need Phillip and Herb and Rashawn to consistently compete at the level that he's competing at, and So he's doing a really good job, and Damari, has been right there with him. Damari has really made a move here this spring, and he gives us length, and he gives us red zone receiver, and he gives us a slant runner, and he's playing bigger with his body. So I'm pleased with those guys, and I thought Malcolm was better today. He's just not completely healthy yet, but we have some tempo setters right now. Stan Dobart at tight end is the same way. I mean, he's setting the standard right now at that position, and Stacy's setting it at his, and so it's good to see that.
We've seen Rafael Ekpajori out here, big tall guy.
Yeah.
Get a read on him, or is there a plan for him yet?
We're gonna see what he can do. I mean, can't coach 6'7" and all that other stuff he can do, but he can run, and I had a chance to say hello to him a couple of times, not really in depth, but seems like a great kid, and I think we're gonna see what he can do.
It's Coley was joking that he asked him if he's looking for another body at tight end. He said we need bodies everywhere, but
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, is that could he actually help even as a depth?
I don't know. I mean, at some point, this must have been the conversation about Graham or Gates or any of those guys. So we're just looking at it like, hey, young man seems motivated. He wants to do it. He's learning it, and if he can do it, we'll accommodate him. No question about it.
You know when he might get out there?
I don't.
Any information on Al-Qadim Muhammad in red today?
Yeah, I think a little ankle deal, but he should be back by Friday.
How's OP doing?
Again, doing better. Again, when it comes to head injuries, I really reserve. That's when they tell me he's cleared, he's cleared. So I don't even want to guess on that, but it seems like he's moving forward.
In terms of Eric, there was a little scare there. Is he, I
Yeah.
mean, he went back.
Yeah, he
so-
went back in and participated. I didn't see it, but I guess, he got spooked a little bit just because it was very awkward. So, but all indications are that he's okay right now.
Positive to see the two cornerbacks, Dortch and Elder,
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, and that really helps. Yeah, that was exciting to see those guys back, and credit to our strength staff and our training staff for getting those guys back. That's a lot of hard work to get back, right now for those guys. That's great.
Were you able to get a read, without watching the film, but read on how they looked or how they were moving out there?
Oh yeah, no, they should make a lot of progress here and get some confidence after going today. And both of them are talented. Both of them are quick, and they need to get stronger and way more. Both are really talented with their feet, and Nate's got long arms, very good at press man. So, looking forward to getting him back.
Jermaine Grace was in black today. How was his scrimmage?
Okay, so Jermaine, like Jamal, like that whole group, Artie Burns, Stan Dobard, Stacy, those guys are workers. If you're in that class and you're not hanging out with those guys, you're not working. Those guys work. They were out here Sunday. We scrimmaged Saturday, and Stan and those guys were out here on Sunday. So they got. Like I talked to the guys about why I came to the University of Miami. That's why I came to the University of Miami. That work ethic, that passion, and I think all of those guys, have that mindset. That they're working. They're working like that every day. So again, for me, it's like they just got to keep getting better. At the end of the day, they just got to. That whole group really works hard. Jermaine's got to keep studying it. But, man, he plays fast, he plays physical, and we just got to get him to keep preparing and keep studying and eliminate some of the mental errors. If he does that, he'll help us.
What did you see out of the noses in the scrimmage? Like Earl, obviously,
Yeah,
is in
Earl,
black today.
Earl played well. And Hurtalu is really strong. Really strong. He might be our strongest D-line guy right now. So, but that's why we recruited him, I mean, he should be that coming from a junior college. So, now it's just about getting him a quiet mind and learning it and reducing mental errors. So, but he plays strong.
How about King, Jelani, kind of those other guys?
I'm going to pass out here.
Right? That's sneaky hot, right? Sneaky hot.
Jelani just has to let it go. Today he was better. He's prepared. He's lifted. He's gotten stronger. Now just now go play. Time to go play. Stop thinking. Start playing. Have some confidence. You had one other guy besides Jelani?
King, yeah, of course, King.
Yeah, same thing. Just time to go play now. And now we got to get their mindset like that by Friday night. Okay, guys, I got to run.
How was the NFL